All right, welcome back, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday Daytona preview show. I have to admit, I'm sure a lot of you are on the same board as me. Same board. Wow. Great start to this one.
Start straight?
Start straight. Straight.
Short, starting.
I'm sure a lot of you are on the same page as me when I say Daytona is my favorite race of the year to watch.
That's awesome.
Is it yours? Hey, you might want to put your mic down, Christian. That always helps when people
that
hear
might
you.
help. Sorry.
Okay.
Either San Diego or Daytona for sure.
Those are your two favorite rounds? Yeah. It's just so good. And this week, Tomac going for win number 6.
I know.
You know what's crazy? Of all the active 450 riders right now, there's 2 guys that have won this main event.
Ah, that's crazy.
Justin Brayton and Eli Tomac.
Yep.
I wish I was as big as him.
Jeez. Seattle says Ethan Robinson. Anyway, everyone, thank you for joining us live. We got Joseph Allen, who's going to be calling in just a few minutes. You guys have seen him. He does a lot of stuff on Race Day Live. He does a lot of the stuff down on the track during the night show, so he will be calling in. Cool story. I didn't
really know much about him before I see him on Race Day Live. I think he's been awesome so far.
Yeah, if you've ever watched America's Got Talent,
I don't even have cable,
He's
bro.
a Golden Buzzer winner on AGT.
That's huge.
That is huge. So we're going to get his story and get his thoughts on how everything's gone, and obviously he's going to make his picks with us, do a little bench racing. But if you are watching live, remember, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Love Joseph Allen, says Krista.
Taylor just says restart
Easy,
the whole
Krista.
show. Just throw it out. Throw the whole thing out, fam.
If it wasn't live, we just hit stop and start recording
That would
again
be
like we
where
used
Prowse
to.
would come in and be like, all right, let's do that one again.
If Tomac isn't first in your fantasy, that's just wrong, says Rocco. I agree, because have you looked at the picks yet? Like, do we know what percentages it is right now? It's got to be insane.
I could dig it up in a minute.
Chase is a meanie. Well, all I asked Aquatic was Marv this weekend. Like, that's all I asked. I'm not dissing on the guy. Let's go JB10. I love it. All right, well, look, we got Daytona coming up, and if you have a short-term memory like some of us need to with our picks, let's talk about results one more time. We had Tomac, Anderson, Webb, Sexton, and wild card was Ken Roczen.
Wild, dude.
Holding it down in
His
13th. Just a
third
solid,
wild card.
Solid 13th for Ken Roczen.
Third one of the season. That's crazy. I think he has the most of anyone.
Oh, my love affair with Roczen might be over. Definitely going through a rough patch.
I'm feeling sad about it, honestly.
We're not on.
You want to hear something sad? Is we're not going to get one of these this weekend.
Do it for Dale. Woo!
I know. We're not on speaking terms, says Mama Holly.
It's too soon to bring up AP.
Yeah, Jeremy Martin crashed this week. He's not going to be racing this weekend. So
I was wondering where 7 Deuce was. Turns out he has an injury too. That
a lot of
sucks.
guys got hurt last week.
C7 vertebrae out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
That's not good for him.
No,
That's not good for anyone.
So I guess we had a few clips that we wanted to show you guys today that we weren't able to show in last week's show.
They kind of resurfaced after
Josh, cue it up.
Which one do you want to start with?
The Webb. So it's kind of funny. I didn't really think too much about it, but when Webb passed Barcia in that, was the second main.
Pete Fox pointed it out, and I was like, whoa.
Watch Webb here. He gets around Barcia underneath the tunnel, but watch him the corner after. Not this one here.
It's inside, and then once you make a pass on Barcia, this is the clinic of what to do.
Well,
as far outside as you can go.
He literally went to the tough block. And then I guess you said they asked him about that in the press conference afterward?
They brought it up, and he said if you pass Barcia, he's like, he's going to be looking for revenge.
Oh, gosh.
That's how you do it right there.
Oh, how about this? Dean Wilson in qualifying. I did not see this till after.
I didn't know about this one either. I must have missed it.
Save of the year?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Big time. How? How does that even happen?
You cross rut and you do a rocket air.
Or like he says, he lets Jesus take the pro tapers. Lucky to ride it out.
How about not save of the century? Another guy. What was this guy's name?
Remy.
Yeah, basically the exact same spot. Look what he does, though. He doesn't get as fortunate as Wilson.
Yeah, not as lucky.
Cross rut.
Wilson pointed this one out, too. And
Gosh,
I was like, hey,
that hurts.
That's going to end tonight.
Someone who just had rotator cuff surgery back in November, that hurts me bad.
Oh, you don't want to bang up any joints.
I dislocated my shoulder last year without crashing, just such a hard landing that it pulled it out.
Yeah.
Some of the worst pain that I've been in, so gosh, that's brutal. Anyway, good thing he wore black pants, says Taylor Shields.
What's the mud in the pants?
Mud in the pants, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh! All right, well, let's talk about it. Look, we got Daytona coming up. Let's take a look at the track map.
It looks good.
I'm excited for this one. Here's what gets me excited the most. Look at that sand section up there.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
It's long, it's got a 180 turn, and it's got jumps in it.
I feel like that's going to really separate them.
I hope so, man. It's going to be good. So, pretty good start, but the start I noticed goes into a left-hand turn, which means the guys aren't going to have to shut it off quite as hard. It's not going to funnel guys down as much. So, I think the start's going to be a little bit more, maybe it won't be start cross
Maybe.
because of that. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, you guys were pointing it out right before the finish, those weird elevation changes and wall jumps. And
right before the finish line, you have that
chaos.
single roller, but it's like in a pit. Dude, I don't know. I just got a feeling. There's I think I put it on here. Did you take it out? There was 8 180 bull turns
no, I didn't take it
on
out,
this
bro.
track. Anyway,
not me.
I think it's going to make for some good racing. I just love Daytona, the vibe, everything. What do you guys think of the track? Comment. You like it? Yes or no? I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of Daytonas.
Well, look at what Supercross Live sent over. This is the Daytona has hosted a round in each of the 48 seasons of Supercross. That's pretty crazy.
I know. And I last year, because we had those the residencies at different tracks, I forgot that we had a Daytona last year.
Yeah, I did too.
It kind of I was like, oh,
it was one of the only ones that just had one round.
Yeah, exactly. So it almost kind of slipped my mind. But last year we saw Tomac, he hole shotted thanks to Webb when he pushed Kenny wide, and that was the start of Kenny's demise right there. I think Kenny had a 20-point lead or something in Daytona at round 10 last year.
Yeah,
and then Webb just did what Webb does.
Dude, 52nd consecutive season of dirt bike racing in that speedway. That's pretty cool.
I know, that's awesome. I love it. All right, well, let's see here. Daytona's outdoor light. Love Daytona. Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna go with sand on the pole.
That's what I went with.
Yeah, sand's just good.
For me, I feel like this sand section is the longest. It's got the turn and it's got jumps in it. Whatever. I think it's going to be pretty gnarly. Oh man, let's talk about injuries real quick. Let's see. AC obviously still out. Joey Savacci, Josh Hill. I haven't heard yet on Max Anstey.
What's going on with Anstey? I would have guessed he's not going to be back, and even if he is, I don't know if he's a safe pick. So hopefully he's getting better.
And Entiknap, we hear he's not going to be there.
Sucks.
So it is. It is a huge bummer. But let's dive right into it. I mean, it's going to be hard not to pick Eli Tomac this week, but there are a couple stats that do get me a little bit excited.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it, though. Best starters in the game. We got the graphic. How's that? Look, sand section right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
The riders might hate it, but we love it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Best starters in the game. Look at Jason Anderson, though. By far. 3.75.
What's crazy to me is second to sixth. How close.
Yeah, it's very, very close.
Those guys could be anywhere in there, really. So,
but Marv is still up there. Tomac's dropped down a little bit just because he's had a couple iffies, but Tomac's still been solid on the start, so you really can't complain. But Anderson is just, other than making those mistakes, he's been solid.
Great starts, dude. Look how far back Barcia is.
And, Roczen used to be a great starter. The man's hole-shotted A1 and checks out and wins, and, doesn't check out, but wins.
I just want to know what the heck's going on.
You know what is probably the biggest letdown still to me this year is old Dylan Ferrandis, man.
Yeah, the starts are not good.
The starts are terrible. He's only put it in the top 5 a couple times, or just once. We'll have to look at his stats. And He just won the 450 outdoor title last year, and you could say he kind of dominated that whole series.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why I was high up on him. Supercross is a whole different deal, though.
It is crazy. Like, shorter start straights, it's just a different animal. It's kind of crazy. I want to get Max Anstey on the show because I'd like to hear his thoughts on European riders coming over here and vice versa.
Yeah. They kind of covered it a little bit on Supercross.
Yeah.
The broadcast.
But we could ask some more questions on that.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Best finishers in the game. Here we go. Look at this. Kind of flip the roles here because now Tomac has the best finishing average. That's pretty freak. That's how you win a title right there, my friend.
Yeah, you're going to be in a good spot at that average finish.
And what's crazy is he was the first Triple Crown winner ever last week without winning one of the mains.
And he's 6th Triple Crown win out of 10 Triple Crown
Oh, my
rounds,
gosh.
so
That's,
we all should have known to pick him.
That's crazy. I mean, props to Anderson. He's right there. Malcolm Stewart, who's holding it down in 3rd place in the points and the best finishers. Webb's
creeping, dude. He was 7th a couple of weeks ago, and he's creeping up
here's
there.
my only worry, though. They've had a hard time. Nobody can lie that KTMs have had a hard time figuring that bike out. Like, Daytona's not a normal Supercross track, so kind of curious to see if they can find a good setting for Daytona this weekend.
Well,
they've been searching.
And that chart also tells me Sexton ain't as safe as a pick as we think he is. 6th best.
I know. It's because he's had those that's including his DNF where he crashed one lap before he's going to win.
That's just saying things happen.
Oh, I know. 100%. It just means that Sexton's not being consistent.
No, I thought he would be a lot higher up, which is surprising to me.
Okay. Webb is given a gift last week. Webb is not back. Krista, he's not back.
I don't know.
No, he's not back to the title-winning Cooper Webb, but he's back in a solid top 5.
And that's 2 podiums in a row.
Guy. Wilson for the wild card. Sean 65. We're going to talk about that.
I'm liking that pick.
All right. So tidbits from takeaways from Arlington. Tomac has now won 6 of the 10 Triple Crowns. You said 4 riders had their career best finish. You put that in there.
No, that was straight from Supercross
Oh, really?
Live. Yep, they sent that over.
McElrath.
9th place. Did way good at the Triple Crown.
McElrath's kind of a sleeper for wild card, too.
Yeah, I think so, too.
He's only improving right now. Hartraft got a 12th, which is dang good.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Moran's and Carnow.
Carnow, that's his first main of the year.
Well, I love Carnow because every time they go out for a parade lap, he pops a wheelie, does like a little 12 o'clock wheelie down the start straight.
Dude,
the people.
The
Give them
people
what they
love
want.
it, dude.
They want whips and they want wheelies.
I like it.
Okay. All right.
I'm just glad he made it in there. I mean, to go 8 rounds and then finally make it in there, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but he was racing West Coast, 250s. So now he switched over, right? I'm pretty sure. Because I saw him in Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, he was racing 250s.
Maybe I mixed that up.
Yeah, Carnell's a boss, man. All right. Let's see here.
All right.
Ethan Robinson, Brian Breeze for wild card. Come on. Let's be realistic here. You got a guy that's, iffy if he's going to make the main. You can't put for a wild card spot in 8th place. But let's get into it. What are Mookie's stats for Daytona? We're going to get there. It's like they don't know that we give out these stats.
We live for the stats, dude.
Stank dog.
Stank's there. 250 in the 450 class, it says. So.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right, let's talk about Eli Tomac. Let's get his number plate up here. Let's respect the man who is your points leader. Now is a 6-point lead over Jason Anderson. Okay. He's got the best average finish, 4th best average start of 5.42, which is tied with Malcolm Stewart, and that's all main event gate drops this season, including those Triple Crowns.
Yep.
Let's see here. He has a 3rd most laps led. Is he about to be the GOAT of Daytona?
I think so.
What's harder, Barcia 3-peating into A1 or winning 5 out of 6 Daytonas? Because that's what he's done so far.
I would say winning A1 is harder than this because Daytona is like Tomac's strength. You know what I mean? Those types of tracks. So
okay.
I'd say he has a clear advantage there.
Look at that. Tomac qualified first and finished first overall last round. First time he's done that since round 13 of 2020.
And that used to be the golden rule. If he qualifies first, you pick him to win.
Okay. So. Let's see. He's won every round that he's led laps in, 3 of the last 5. All right.
That's big because a lot of riders led laps in multiple rounds and didn't win any
I know, but look, him and Brayton are the only 2 guys that have won Daytona. But here's what's interesting is Tomac, who traditionally has been known as the greatest starter, I went and looked at all his starts from the last 5 Daytonas. 1, 6, 2, 2, 1.
So he's going to do it.
Daytona does something to this man.
Yeah.
He can feel it deep in his
knows
palms.
he knows it's going to favor his style. Dude.
A lot of you probably didn't get that reference, but it's a good one.
It's a little inside jokes.
Oh,
but his
gosh.
starts have been a little shaky.
Yeah.
But with that stat you just gave, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, he started 12th or worse in 2 of the last 4 remaining.
Well, look, I think it's a huge confidence deal when you're Tomac, you go to Daytona, you've had this incredible record there. It makes you shine, and I feel like, I could be wrong on this, but I kind of feel like the other riders, they go to Daytona thinking, holy crap, like this is Eli's house. Mm-hmm. He's probably even more confident here than he has been at the other rounds, if he can even be that. And so those guys are already probably going there with a little disadvantage, thinking it's going to be hard to beat Eli tonight.
Well, to not even win a main last round, and Anderson won 2 of the mains, and Tomac still gained points, you got to be feeling good about that.
Yeah, no, it's consistency wins titles. Ask Ryan Dungey. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, moving on. We're going to get Joseph Allen on here in just a second, but in the meantime, let's talk about let's talk about a green Kawasaki here.
Okay, let's look at his stats here. The best average start. We went over that.
We got to look at the pick percentage. I just want to see where he's at as far as picks go right now. Who's got El Hombre? Brianne does.
It's loading for me right now.
James Stewart would be cool to have on the show. That's a hard man to get a hold of.
Yeah.
That's a hard man to get a hold of.
All right, El Hombre had a real chance of sweeping that Triple Crown. I mean, if he would have got by Mookie clean, could have happened. Last 3 overall finishes, 2-1-1. Has finished in either first or second in 5 of the 8 rounds this season. Still only has 1 hole shot, though, with the best starting average, which is kind of weird. Hasn't started outside of the top 4, including Triple Crown, since round 2. He's led laps in 5 of the 8 rounds this season, 62 laps led. And last 4 finishes at Daytona, 4-7, 3-4. Has a net pass of -2, but that's because he gets the best starts of anyone.
But that stat, he's finished, let's see.
First or second?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't started worse than 4th since round 2, and that's including, like, all the Triple Crowns. So we're talking, like, we've done 8 races, but you include the Triple Crowns, that's an extra 4. We're talking 12 starts.
Yeah.
He's only finished worse than 4th or started worse than 4th once.
That's scary, dude, because Tomac has 1 bad round. You know he's going to be up there and capitalize.
Oh, I know. And he's got the raw speed. We've already seen it to beat Tomac one-on-one. So,
but I'm saying Tomac first, Anderson second, same as last week.
Got to do it. The tough question is going to be, who do you put in third? Because right now I'd say it's Webb to me is a little questionable just because of the whole bike setup thing.
Yep.
But I think Mookie Fever, man, I think he's a good pick.
That's probably who I'm going to go with.
All right. Well, let's check it out. We have a man right now who is waiting patiently on a Zoom call. This man's name is Joseph Allen. He is the newest addition to the Race Day Live crew. You guys have seen him there, and he's a boss. This guy was on America's Got Talent. Golden Buzzer winner. I watched it today just to kind of review it again because the man was rapping. He was singing. He was winning the hearts of Simon Cowell.
Oh, that ain't easy to do. That ain't easy.
Said Simon's a teddy bear. Joseph Allen, how are we doing, man?
Doing good, man. That was quite the intro right there.
Dude, I try my best to hype you up. I hype everybody up, dude. Hey, so tell us the background story because I didn't know it, Christian didn't know it, and I have to admit, when I saw you for the first time, I was like, who's Joseph Allen and where did he come from? And we learned soon that you had been on America's Got Talent. So tell us your story. How did you go from AGT Golden Buzzer winner to you're on Race Day Live, you're rocking Supercross?
Yeah, so I raced amateur for about 10 years. So motocross was like pretty much the love of my life growing up. It's what raised me. And it's honestly what raises a lot of us when you race when you're younger. Like it puts a lot of like that grit, that drive, that personality. Like it develops an individual because when you're jumping a dirt bike through the air and you're like going into competitions, there's a certain mentality that comes about it. So I think that's actually what helped me get to the point where I got onto America's Got Talent. And even when I was on America's Got Talent, I was showing love to the sport of motocross. I had them do a little package.
Yeah, we saw that.
They did a little package that showed me riding at one of my favorite tracks in Texas, Cycle Ranch. They did a package. It was actually footage from my first day on a 250. It was a YZ 252 stroke. And oddly enough, like after America's Got Talent, I went on to MTV, did a show called The Challenge on there. Mm-hmm. And then from there, the pandemic started like slowing things down. And once things started opening back up, that's when I started doing some tours. I was touring around and I was doing some shows in Florida. And this is the craziest story. While I was doing a show in Gainesville, Florida. Oh, can you guys still see me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. While I was doing a show down in Gainesville, Florida, randomly, the daughter of Sean Brennan, he runs like the public relations for Supercross.
Okay.
His daughter was at my show, and she knew that I was at the Atlanta Supercross in 2021. I was out there supporting one of my close friends, Sean Cantrell. And while I was at the Atlanta race, like I made some posts. I didn't make a post on my Instagram story, but I made like a post on my Instagram stories. She had told me that she was at the Atlanta race, and she was like, "Yo, my dad, he runs the public relations. We should see about you singing the national anthem."
Oh.
At one of the Supercross rounds. So Sean Brennan, when he reached out on my Instagram, he saw that riders like Jet Lawrence, RJ Hampshire, Sean Cantrell, Pierce Brown, they were all following me on social media. And he was like, wait a second, like, what's going on here? And that's when I explained to him, I was like, I raced amateur for about 10 years. And I'm buddies with like a lot of the guys who are now like in the 250 class. And it was like, yeah, we're not going to have you sing the national anthem. Like, let's get you involved with the sport.
Oh, cool.
And the rest is history.
That's awesome. He got the personality for it. I like it, dude.
Yeah.
Entertaining with the riders and fun to watch.
And we all know how it goes. People sometimes don't like new faces when they're not used to something. And you, my friend, I feel have been very, very well received. And that just is a testament to you're doing a fantastic job. So congratulations on that. Because I'm telling you, busting into something like this where people probably don't know you that well, and everyone's like, oh, who's this guy or whatever. But so, yeah, you've been crushing, man. Fantastic.
I appreciate that. And I think that comes from like being in such a close relation with a lot of the riders beforehand. It makes it to where like, as we like interact at the track, it's not like I'm a reporter approaching them or something like that. Like even me and Pierce Brown, like we've been at a house party together.
Yeah, he's a Utah local right here.
Yeah, and Pierce Brown, like, he's like DJing the music. Like we're like just talking about like life. We're like talking about like, at the time talking about girls, like talking about all of these different things. So it makes it to where when we're at the track and they see me, like I think, and what I hope, what I try and be is like a breath of fresh air for the riders. I try and be that moment where if you're stressed out after qualifying and things like that, like one, I can read it as a former racer. I can read and go, okay, like I know like how sketchy this rider looked out there, and I know they're probably on edge right now. They want to figure out the bike. Or I know if a rider's like really like Michael Mosman, like he's one of the most comfortable riders out there. So it makes it to where him and I will even go out to dinner like on Friday nights before racing, just because like for some riders, it's easier to be calm and collected for others. But for me, I just want to be that breath of fresh air for the riders whenever they see me. So far, I think it's working.
Yeah, I think it looks more natural when you talk to them. It's not like the same type of
what do you mean?
Stuff
what
like
do you mean?
that. It's just like you're saying, it's two boys just talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More than like a question and you get the same type of answer. And
it's like Blair's breakdown.
It's more off the beaten path. I like that.
It's like it's interview, but it's like a friend interview.
Yeah,
it's like Blair's breakdown. He can joke around.
That.
And you can't. If he was, and that you ride, that obviously adds to it because the riders look at you and say, the guy rides dirt bikes. Like, so it's more relatable.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude, there are people asking if you're going to taste the Daytona dirt. Someone wants
they're,
to make
they're, they're calling you Joe Dirt in the comments right now.
Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt.
I like that.
Yo!
You better talk about that.
If that sticks, that'll be so cool.
Well, and
Joe Dirt.
Well, you have to eat dirt at every race now and say, "Hey, Joe Dirt's in the building. Let's go!" Like,
you guys silly?
Daytona milkshake, they're calling it, dude. Let's go.
Daytona milkshake. Yeah, get some water, a little Daytona dirt sprinkled in there, and mix it.
Was that planned in Arlington, or did it just kind of happen?
I didn't see this,
No,
but I guess it happened.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing is I'm trying to find the right way, and I appreciate people like voicing that. Like I'm trying to find the right type of risks to take, and that's what I mean when I say the sport of motocross. It like raises an individual. Like for me, a lot of people ask, they were like, "Were you nervous on America's Got Talent?" And I'm like, "No." Like the things that made me nervous growing up was like sizing up like an 80 to 100 foot like triple and going like, "Yo, like, am I going to be able to survive after this?" So for me, it's like taking those types of risks. It's like the riders are going out there, they're trying to find the fast lines. Like what can I find that takes the sport to more eyes, takes the sport to a new level? And if there's someone here, whether it be in the audience or watching race day live, if there's someone watching that has never seen the sport before, and this is my one chance to somehow grab them through the screen and go, no, you want to pay attention to this. It's like finding little things like laying down in a rut or like trying the dirt. It's like for a person who doesn't know how critical the dirt is for the sport, like they will remember that guy who tried it, and maybe it starts to connect those dots that, helps take the sport where it belongs, man.
Yep. I think you have to, every round, you have to try the dirt. And after you eat the dirt, you have to you got to say, have you watched some of AJ Catanzaro's vlogs?
That's my boy.
You know how he does the food reviews?
Yeah.
You're the dirt review. The dirt's going to tell you what the conditions are going to be like and who you think's going to win that night. That's pretty fair. Dirt reviews. I like that.
Joe Dirt.
Dude, people are saying some people are commenting right now live saying you better do a Joe Dirt reference and talk about it here in Daytona.
I got you. I definitely will.
Nobody forgot about it.
No.
I mean, you got the goal achieved right there. So.
All right. Well, hey, man, look, we're going into Daytona. Obviously, there's all the attention is around Eli Tomac. We don't need to talk about it more, but the man's won 5 out of 6. Him and Brayton are the only 2 guys in the 450 class to win for the Daytona Supercross. So, Joseph, in your opinion, is there any reason to not put Tomac in first place?
To the topic of Anderson, the way he's riding the Kawasaki is way more his riding style. The frame and everything fits him so much better. So for me, there's like intrigue there. There's that intrigue of like when he gets onto like a hybrid style track, because he steers with the rear wheel, which is something that we saw a lot from Ryan Villapoto. The Kawasaki frame allows for that, where you twist the throttle and you can just get wild. So if the track isn't too rutted, I think Jason Anderson can take it because he'll really just keep it pinned and like keep it very wild. But in terms of the close like design of the like later tracks we've been on, we've seen Eli Tomac and Jason Anderson swap back and forth multiple times. So there's also that question of Eli Tomac. We know he's the man, and when he is the man, he's tough to beat. But I think that Jason Anderson, I was saying it to Dan Hubbard at the last round in Arlington. I was telling him Jason Anderson has something that I've seen in Eli Tomac, where Tomac has this zone he can go into. And we've all seen it. When he goes into that zone, we saw it at Daytona when he just willied through like the whole whoop section.
Yep.
He enters his zone where he can do no wrong. And when he's in that zone, like no one can really stay close to him. I saw signs of that from Jason Anderson on this Kawasaki. So I feel like if there is anyone to kind of combat against like what you guys said, we've been talking about Eli all week coming into this. If there's anyone to do anything, I think Jason Anderson is the one. But because this is the 2022 season and it's been crazy all season, there's also that chance of like, does Justin Brayton do it again and we have another 450 winner? Like there's so much parity going on.
I don't know about Brayton, but maybe throwing like a Chase Sexton or dude. I could see Dylan Ferrandis just finally getting a good start and winning Daytona.
Whoa.
But that's a long shot though. That dude's average start is well over 10.
If there's any track for him to do it though.
He just won the outdoor champ title. I know, 450 title.
That's the point. It's like, does this suit him more? Is he more comfortable on that 450 when it's a little more high speed? And that's a solid point. And if so, what if we see like a 3-way battle from like, or a 4-way? Because Chase Sexton, that wasn't a bad, pick as well.
His starts have been good.
I think if Eli's in his zone, no one will touch him except for Anderson. I think Anderson can try and stay close. But if everyone is on it, I think you have the potential for 4 to 5 different potential winners for the 450 class.
I'm just listening to this over here. I'm chilling.
That's right. I just think, I don't know, man, because I think right now between Tomac and Anderson, it's whoever can get the better start. The speed-wise, I'd say they're probably even, but it's going to be I'm torn because Anderson has gone 12 starts without starting outside the top 4. Tomac has not been that consistent, bro, right? Since A2, he has not started worse than 4th, where Tomac, he's had a few races where he's kind of...
he's been out of the top 10.
He worries you a little bit, like he's going back. Exactly. So Anderson's starts are just so dialed. I don't have the confidence right now that if Anderson starts out front and Tomac's 3 or 4 spots back, I don't know that Tomac can just chase down Anderson like he's done to other guys in the past.
Dang.
See, we're making you
I
think
didn't
about
know Anderson. Yeah, that's quite a statistic right there.
He's got the best average start. His
By
average
far.
start is 3.75. The next closest guy is Chase Sexton at 5.25. Tomac's almost 2 spots back on that. So we're making you see, dude. We got the stats. He's got these charts up here, dude. We do it right.
Jeez.
So
man, you guys do it right. Yeah, you got all the statistics and
you're
everything.
gonna have to digest that. See, that's what we
stats
do.
don't lie.
Yeah, the stats don't lie. Your feelings will lie to you. The stats will not.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
love that.
All right, well, Joseph, so
We know you have a strategy
Okay.
on your picks. I've loved watching
Yeah.
them, dude. I swear, every time I watch you guys
Yeah.
put your picks in, I'm just dying at home. It's so awesome to watch.
here's my
but
surprise pick of the week, though.
It's a real strategy, guys.
I like his.
I can break
have you seen his strategy?
Now, break it
He's
down.
Because look,
he
I'll
starts
tell
from
you, I'll-
5th.
Okay.
Lay out your strategy.
But I'll tell you because I shot a message to the producer of Race Day Live, Jeff Harper. I shot him a message just at the last round in the middle of the racing because I told him and I were just having casual conversation. But I told him, I was like, this track is Jason Anderson's. For the last 4 tracks we've gone to, I tell him which rider it's going to suit because what I look at, it's 3 components. And in those 3 components, but it's hard to break down on Race Day Live because it's like, who's going to know what I'm talking about? Who's going to, but the 3 components are simple: the frame of the bike, the rider and their style, and the design of the track. So because the track only had like 2 main rhythm sections in Arlington, and then the rest of it was whoops, was like corners that were very wide. Like the finish line corner was a wide corner where Jason could spin it around with the rear wheel. The corner after the finish line jump, where he ended up making that pass on Eli Tomac, like he has so much control over the frame of that bike that I knew Jason Anderson was going to get it. So looking at the design of Daytona, that's what makes it to where I'm teeter-tottering between Jason Anderson and Eli Tomac. And that's why I said the ruts. If it's rutted, Jason Anderson loses the power to control the bike with the rear wheel. So therefore, it gives the edge to Eli Tomac. So what I like to do is watch qualifying, see how the track shapes up. And from there, dude, I'm telling you, it's solid.
Okay. And with that dirt sample, it's like
Oh, yeah.
100% of the time.
I ain't gonna argue with that.
6% of the time, it works every time. Well, hey, what about this, though? I'm high on this guy right here. I feel like if he's going to do it this year, it's a home race for Mookie.
You think Daytona?
I just got a gut feeling that if something weird's going to happen, if we're going to have a first-time winner, Daytona could do it. Brayton did it. Garrett Marchbanks, who's going to race 450s this weekend, he got it in Daytona. Yeah. I just feel like Mookie could just have a breakout whole shot to it and right away and win it. That's my surprise pick. Not saying that's what's going to be, but I'm just saying I got a feeling about Mookie this weekend. All right, well, Joseph, that being said, with your analogy, and we'll see how practice is going to shape up, if it gets real ruddy or not. We'll wait to hear about your dirt sample. But as of right now, speculating, who's your podium?
Podium right now?
Right now.
Without seeing qualifying.
You can change it up after qualifying, but
yeah.
Who would you pick now?
Without seeing the rider's style on the track, from what I've seen with the layout, I'm going top 3. We're going.
Who we got? I'm going to lay them out as you say them.
Tomac.
Okay.
Third. Yeah, Sexton will come second with Anderson up top.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Because there's also technical stuff at Daytona, and that's where I knew I called it the race when Chase Sexton went over the bars.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys review what my Rocky Mountain picks were, you'll see that everyone was in the exact position that I said they would be in until he crashed.
Mm-hmm.
I had 4 picks right until Sexton crashed. So you and I both got burned. I had Sexton to win that race.
That hurt. Yeah, exactly. Same. That hurt when he went down, especially with 2 laps. It's like Like, dude, are you serious?
Well,
It's a fantasy
yeah,
life.
trust me, we don't need to rub it in because Chase, I heard, was pretty heated after their races.
Oh, you should have saw it. Yeah.
Did you?
It
Were
was
you
like
down there? Did you get to see it?
Oh my goodness. It was just pure rage. It's like you could tell he knew because Chase is what, like 21, 22?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a younger,
Yeah, I think
he's
he's
like
22.
a younger kid. So remember like when you were like a kid playing video games and how you used to like want to like throw the remote at the TV like out of frustration. Like it was that young, just like he's in a class of like guys that are like tried and tested, and he knew he had it. Like it was that type of rage, that young man rage. It was intimidating for sure.
You want to hear something interesting? So we have this net pass total for the year where we look at every rider, how many passes they've made versus how many times they've been passed. And you either have a positive or negative score on that, or you could be at 0. Jason Anderson, guess where he's at for his net passes on the year?
He's in first.
Well, no. Think about it. How many times? So he's passed a lot of dudes, but he's also gone down a lot
but
too.
He also starts
the
up
best.
front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would it make it Eli?
Well, I'm just saying, what do you think Anderson's, for him personally, what do you think his net passes are for the year? You think he's in the positive or the negative?
With the good starts, only place to go is back.
Oh, man, see, he just is smart. I don't know.
Negative. Yeah, he's in the negative.
He's at negative 2 passes this year.
Dang.
But that's also because he's made those mistakes and got passed by a lot of dudes, but he always charges up and passes guys back. But it's kind of interesting, though, that you have a guy who's 6 points out of the title, and he's only negative 2 or negative 3 is his net pass for the year.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right. Well, look, Joseph, we know you're a very busy man. Are you in Florida right now? Are you vacationing for a couple days or what?
No, so I'm actually picking up my bike out in Ohio and then making my way down.
Oh, he's going to do some
That's
riding.
right. He got that new Star Yamaha.
That's right. I'm trying to see if I could kind of sweeten Ricky up, see if he'll let me hop in the C class. I know registration's pretty much over, but I want to see how I size up against those boys.
For
the
futures.
Daytona deal. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, if you're going to obviously be out here for Salt Lake City, so I know we're going to meet up and talk. So if you want to come out here a day or two early, I'm going to be doing some moto, so join me.
Most definitely. Definitely. Say no more.
All right. Mountain biking, dirt biking, like it's going to be happening that weekend. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you. Congratulations on what you've been doing this year. We've got several hundred people watching live right now, and they've all been saying you've been doing a great job. But they are going to hold you to the whole Joe Dirt thing. So just know it's you're going back on your word if you don't do it. It sounds like
Everybody's gonna be watching for it.
We'll see. It depends on how tasty the dirt's looking.
Oh, some of that dark mud dirt. I want to know how that tastes right there.
That's the good stuff right there.
That is. All right. Well, hey, Joseph, man, we appreciate you taking the time to call in today. You've been an awesome caller. And everyone that's watching, give a shout out to Joseph. You can follow him. Give us your Instagram and anything else you got going on.
Yeah. So Instagram, it's Joseph Allen. Don't forget the it's, but if you type in Joseph Allen, it should pop up. And then TikTok, Joseph Allen Official. And the Twitter is the same as my Instagram.
Sweet.
There you have it. Join this man. Follow him on the races. He's been doing a great job. Joseph, appreciate you, man. I'm going to call you Joe Dirt from here on out. And
sounds good.
We'll catch you this Saturday night on the broadcast, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you guys later.
All right, we'll see ya.
All right, bye.
Oh, he's good.
He is a good guy.
Him.
Yeah, he's
he
a
won
really
me
good
over
guy.
pretty quick this season.
All right. Yeah, and people are giving tons of shout-outs to him. I like it.
What I like is he loves fantasy. You watch Race Day Live when he's busting out his picks like that.
Well,
dude,
he's
he
a
gets
deep thinker.
into it. Yeah,
I know.
like
that's how we all do it. And then I end up so many comments on here. He's like, I have 6 picks right until I don't.
Yeah, that's the way it
That's
always
true.
goes. Where was the other one I saw?
Yeah,
someone was going dirty on Ken Roczen's net passes, negative 100.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
Daytona, have we checked the weather this weekend?
I actually pulled it up.
And?
I forgot to look.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh, we're looking good. 81 degrees for a high on Saturday
rain.
with no rain in the forecast.
I'm liking that.
I'm liking that. Okay. There you go. There's your forecast for Daytona. All right. Who were we talking about before we left off?
On to Mookie. I'm surprised he left him off the podium. He's going to be in my podium.
I thought, yeah, okay.
Malcolm Stewart, currently third in points, has the third best average finish at 4.44 or 46. Has finished fourth or fifth overall in 6 of the 8 rounds this season. On average, is finishing about 1 spot better than where he qualifies. He's done that 3 times this season. Only has 1 podium this season, but he's been in the top 3 a ton, close to even winning. Just had weird things happen. Led his first laps of the season last round, 9 laps.
Yeah.
His finishes in Daytona aren't that great, 5-8, 16, 16.
But that was the old Mookie. This is the new Mooks.
The new year. I'm not too worried about that.
He has more top 5s than anyone else.
Yeah, I mean,
More
you got to
than Anderson
respect
and
that.
Tomac.
And has only started worse than 5th one time, and that was in Anaheim too. So.
Oh, well, so he's started worse than 5th once since Anaheim too. So he's had 9 starts since then with the Triple Crowns.
Consistent starts.
He's right up there, so
I'm
needs
putting him
to
third.
Are you? Yeah, dude.
I'll put him third.
I'd put him to beat Webb straight up one-on-one right now.
I would too.
Okay.
Especially this type of track.
All right. Well, let's talk about the man that Joseph Fallon picked to win, no. Yeah,
He was
he
on
did.
his podium. Did he pick him?
No, he did, because remember he said Tomac first. And I was like, oh, yeah,
that's right.
Tomac first, and then he's like, Tomac third.
He had Sexton second. Yeah, he put Anderson to win.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Josh, what was that poll, too? It was like 80% had Tomac to win right now?
Yeah. It was 72 or 71% Tomac, 22% Anderson, and then 3% Stewart, 2% Webb for Daytona.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm betting it finishes between 70 and 80% picking Tomac.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chase Sexton, though, he's got the third best average start, so he's been up there in the top 5, super consistent. Krista, you think Mookie's going to win it? I didn't say I was picking Mookie to win. If he did win, it won't surprise me. I'd be stoked for the man. But he's got 6th best average finish of 5.54. He's led 60 laps. That's the second most. He's behind Anderson.
That's big, dude.
Oh, man. So he's led laps in the last 3 of the 4 rounds, but didn't take an overall in any of those because he keeps crashing.
That's why I'm not so high up on him right
But he does have 4 hole shots. If Chase Sexton hole shots Daytona, he can win. I don't see him passing up from the front, but
he could. But
I just feel like between Sexton, Tomac, and Anderson, or even Mookie, it's kind of like whoever gets the better start. But
maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about Sexton. He got passed straight up last round, and I didn't like that.
He was probably a little banged up, I feel like, from the last round. But
maybe.
Who lost his teeth last year in Daytona? Did someone lose their teeth? Sexton.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where did he crash?
He cased something hard.
There was a big single, and he tried to jump over it. Most people were singling over, and he tried to jump over the table, and he flat landed. And
was it in qualifying?
Yeah.
Oh, I do kind of vaguely remember that.
I remember the picture of his teeth.
But in Atlanta last year, which is kind of a similar venue, the speedway, the track layout, kind of that deal. But he went 2-2-10 there last year, so he had good results in that style of track. So.
I'm just saying he's a safe pick for the top 5. I mean, he got his worst start of the season in Main 1 last round of 13th and still got 4th in that race. So
okay, interesting.
I just think a lot happens to him lately. I've picked him up high so much, and something always happens. So I don't know. It's hard for me to pick him.
That's funny. Look at it from last year from Sexton's thing. People are talking about, so he was riding and training with Stewart last year, James Stewart. People are saying, like Shane did, the Stew pressure was too much.
Oh, that's when they were trying to get him to quad something.
He had to do a sender.
I remember that.
Notice he's not riding with James this year. Go big or go home.
I wanted him to stick together, but something must have happened there.
All right, spoilers. Let's talk about him here. Justin Barcia, he's the first one up. Okay.
I like Barcia. I don't know about enough to pick him in my top 5.
Well, look, he's got 3 podiums this year.
Last 4 finishes, 6.5, 3.6, so he's right there.
It's just his average start's not good. It's over 8.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the top 5 half of the rounds.
It doesn't feel like it, but he has.
Yeah, he's been quietly just sneaking in there.
So
I don't know. He's led his first laps of the season last round, which was just a couple before Webb got him. And then his last 3 Daytona finishes are 4, 5, and 11. He's only raced there 3 times in the last 6 seasons.
Yeah.
So not a lot to go off of.
Well, on average, he's finishing about 5 spots better than where he qualifies, too, is what's going to tell me.
Yeah, but he's qualifying. His average is over 10, which puts him in like 5th to 6th.
That's what I'm saying. If he's qualifying 12th, 13th.
What if he qualified like 3rd?
then I'd definitely consider him for the top 5.
Okay.
If he's past 13th qualifying, I'm probably not going to do it.
Okay. So watch qualifying on Barcia.
That's my point with him.
Aquatic Terra Firma, we got your boy up here. Where are you putting him right now? Who's your top spoiler this weekend?
I'm going Webb on that one.
Are you?
Yeah.
See, I don't feel like Webb's quite as much of a spoiler anymore. I'd probably go. I don't even know. Ferrandis.
It's tough to say because like our top guys are Sexton, Tomac,
and
Stewart and Sexton, right?
Yeah.
Or an Anderson actually. So after that, it's pretty much spoilers. So it's Barcia, Musquin, Ferrandis, and Webb. So yeah, who do you got?
Well, I don't know. Just because Webb's gone, his results have gotten so good. Well,
I left Sexton out.
I put Ferrandis in because my heart wants him to get up there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not afraid to admit it. Freeze top 5. Come on, Jason.
Maybe in the first lap.
Yeah, whole shot. All right, Justin Barcia. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, Marvin Musquin. His overall finishes this season, he's all over the place. 14th. He's gotten a 3rd, a 5th, 7th, 6th, 10, 8, 4. His starts are okay. 6-3, 6-1, 9-9.
Done well in Daytona.
He has done well there. He started 5th last time we were there. He finished 3rd. We had that one race where when Brayton won, Marv probably should have won, but he went down twice.
Went over the berm into like the mechanics
when Ralph tried to blame a tear off on his hand for distracting him.
Striving and thriving.
That's right.
And Marv does have the 4th best average start, though, 5.36. If Marv can start, I don't know, because he's had those weird races where he starts in front and then fades back.
Yeah.
So you don't know which Marv you're going to get. At least now with Roczen, we know who we're going to get.
I'm not going to say he's not going to do it, but he's a little risky for me.
Okay.
I mean, he led 2 laps last round, but like you said, he's fading back.
But then sometimes he won't. He's like Roczen in 2020.
Maybe
goes to Salt Lake, gets lapped by the leaders, and then goes out and like whole shots and wins a main.
Yeah. I just feel like I've picked him a lot and it hasn't worked out. So
okay.
I'm not. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
he has finished in the top 5 in 4 of the 8 rounds.
Okay.
And I mean, had a weird round last round, but was averaging a 5th overall in the 3 rounds before that main. So
okay. Well, here we go.
Not too long of a shot.
Let's talk about it here. Who do we got up next? We got Cooper Webb.
The Coop Dog.
The Coop
What
dog.
do you got?
The Coop Troop, Coop Train. Overall finishes. So like I said, he podiumed the last 2 races. And before that, his last podium was in Anaheim 1. But he is looking better. He's looking more racy. He's passing dudes. He's led laps in the last 2 rounds.
It's getting starts.
Hasn't won. I know a start's getting better, which we said they needed to. But his average start in the West was 6.17. So far, his average start since we left there is 2.5. West Coast.
Average finish. Look at his finish.
Average finish.
His
2.5.
finish on the West was 6.17, and then in the 2 rounds in the East, 2.5.
Oh, I slaughtered that. But his average start, though,
is even better too. 4.33, 3 spots better than he was doing on the West. So
all right.
Got the worst start of the season in main 3 last round of 12th, and still got up to 4th. Has qualified as far back as 12th this season, and still finished in the top 5 overall in San Diego, and took 2nd in Daytona last season, 3rd there in 2020, 2nd there in 2019.
See, he's been good in Daytona.
He's a podium.
He even got 2nd when he was on Yamaha. He got a podium.
He's a podium.
Okay.
Podium guy. I mean, 3rd or 4th for me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so now the pick of my heart, Dylan Ferrandis. I just want to see this guy get some good results. I just feel like he's had nothing but bad things happen. He just needs to get a good result.
I think it was Daniel Blair last week said he wanted to buy him a top 5 start just to see what he does with it, and I'm on board with that. Because you ain't going to do it starting 9th, 10th every round.
He's only had 2 top 5s. Those are way back in rounds 3 and 4. After that, he went 12, 6, 9, 7.
Yeah.
Ah, gosh. His average start, though, he has not led a lap. His average finish in heat races is 6.7, which is terrible because you're getting a bad gate pick for the main. You're already not a good starter. His average finish per main is over 8. His average start, though, is almost 11.
I know. He's got to get a top 5 or 7 start.
I don't know.
I mean, he tied his best start of the season in main 3 last round, 6th place, and he finished 8th. So even when he did get the good start, it didn't really happen.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know.
Has only started better than 10th in 1 standard round this season.
Okay, I
But
talked
his
myself
average,
out of
he's
it.
the best average qualifier at 2.88. So he's luring a lot of people in, but he ain't really delivering.
He's
on
the
it.
fastest man to not top 5 or podium.
But like we were talking about, I mean, this track might favor his style a little bit more. As a ceiling, I'm saying 5th place.
Casey Carter says, how did he place when he had those top 5 starts? Well, the question is, what top 5 starts? He hasn't done it very much. Has he?
His best start was 6th.
Yeah,
in the season.
He hasn't started better than 5th, so don't really have an answer. All right. Okay, wild card, 10th place this weekend. We got some good stats to help you out on this.
It's a tough one. I mean, riders in and out. Roczen, whether we like it or not, the guy is a wild card talk.
He
right now.
is.
I mean, his average finish this year is 8.8, but if you take A1 out where he won, his average finish is 10th exactly.
Jeez.
So he's only finished better than 10th half the races this year. Last 5 finishes per gate drop, 2/16ths last round. I mean,
Yeah.
not good.
And like you look at overall though, 16-9, 16-8, 11. Like he hasn't even come close to the top 5.
Even at qualifying first.
He always looks so. He burned me on qualifying last week because he always looks so good in
Yeah,
qualifying.
there's something wrong with his stamina. Something's got to be
Yeah, I don't know.
injury. Something is going on. I think at best, I think it's even kind of risky to pick him for 10th right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Okay, fair enough. I don't know who's picking Roczen for the wild card again, because obviously some people picked him. We had 14 perfect scores, so somebody knew what was going on.
if you're checking the memes, Scotty P picked him. No regrets.
Could you imagine though? You make your picks, and of all things to give you a perfect score, it's you getting Ken Roczen right for the wild card in 13th.
I mean, 1% of players did it.
That's luck, my friend. That is
Whatever
luck.
it is, if you did it, just take credit and move on.
All right, Dean Wilson. This man should be highly considered for your wild card this week because, including Triple Crowns, he's finished 10th twice and has 6 finishes of 9th or 11th. So that means
he's going to be my pick for the wild card, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, so basically, there's only been 2 races where he hasn't finished more than, or like 2 spots or closer to 10th.
Yeah, and even look at his last 4 Daytonas, 10, 7, 11, 8. He's right around there.
Yep.
This round, I think he's tied with AP right now in points. He should be in 10th overall in points after
Everything
this round,
about
too.
this man says 10th place.
I'm going with Wilson right now unless something crazy happens.
Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see here.
Roczen should taste the dirt for good luck, JG says. I try anything at this point.
Yeah. Anything is better than what's been happening, so maybe that's what he needs. Okay. Shane McElrath.
I'm loving him too.
Yeah, his average finish per main event gate drop so far is 12. His average start is 7.67. Ooh, top spoiler was close between Webb and Ferrandis. Barcia and Marv are way down there.
No Musquin love.
That's all right. Aquatic Terra Firma is shedding a tear right now, but the Webb lovers are doing it. Okay. Let's see. So Shane McElrath got his career best finish last round of 9th, and he's finished 10th overall 2 times this season in rounds 4 and 5. So he can rip a start. He's not going to hang up there in front. But, yeah, his speed's better. His stamina looks like it's getting better.
I'm high up everywhere on this dude right now. I almost think he's going to be better than 10th.
Look, I feel like if Shane rips a top 3 start, he could be like a 7th, 8th place guy. But if he's not better than, like, say, top 3, I could see that 10th place being a good spot.
Maybe. I'm betting he finishes better than 10th, though.
Just because last week he got that 9th, but it was 12-minute main events. He had 3 starts. This week you got 20+1 in Daytona, one of the roughest, nastiest tracks. And I don't know that he's ever raced Daytona on a 450.
Florida,
yeah.
I think he'd be better than 10th.
Okay. Well, he's going to get a better start than Dean Wilson. That's for sure.
If you want to go off the stats, yeah, I think that's a safe one.
But okay.
Justin Brayton, too, might be a good pick. I know he's won there before, but look at his overall finishes this season.
Okay.
8, 10, 10, 14, 21, 11, 13. So when he doesn't crash out, he's pretty close.
He is, actually. That's true.
2 of the 3 times he qualified 10th, he took 10th. So if he's qualifying 10th, that might be your sign. Starts were on point last round, averaged 5.33 in the 3 mains. And look at him, tale of 2 coasts. Starts on the west, 12.8, and then on the east so far, 6.7. Finishes on the west, 13.8. On the east, 9.
He's gotten better.
So finished 10th and 11th in 2 of the mains last round, in the Triple Crown, and his average overall finish the past 3 rounds has been 9.3.
You know how many people that just had Wilson so solid in their wild card spot are just second-guessing themselves
it's really
right now?
tough between Wilson, Brayton.
Because you just made me second-guess myself with these stats.
It's tough, dude. And what did they call it? Braytona. He might just bring it home.
Yeah, wild card. Hey, first is as good as a wild card Daytona for Brayton right now.
Get you some points. And then you got to mention your boy, the Freezy.
Okay.
You hate that Freezy's getting talked about here.
No, I don't hate it, but I'm just a realist.
He took 11th last round.
Dylan Ferrandis has a better chance of getting a top 5 than Freeze does getting 10th.
Okay,
we'll see. There's too many good dudes in there.
He took 11th last round, 12th the round before. Average finish in the 3 mains last round was exactly 10. Record at Daytona, 13-11, 17-19. Started 2nd and 5th in the first 2 mains. It fell apart in the 3rd, of course, but he did get a whole shot last round. And he's always a threat to the wild card, dude. I'm not going to say he has no chance to get 10th. No way.
Okay, fair enough. You agree with that, Chase? What I say about Ferrandis? He likes the French riders. So Ferrandis top 5, yeah. I'm second guessing. Welcome to my world. I know I'm second guessing now. Gosh dang it. I don't know.
That's
anyway,
why you put your picks in and then put the phone away.
We don't have any stats to give you on this man. However, Garrett Marchbanks, I did have a number plate made. Where'd I put it? There it is. Garrett Marchbanks, who won Daytona in the 250 class 2 seasons ago. He's been racing on the Club MX team. He's going to be racing the 450 this weekend. And I'll tell you what.
He's a Utah boy. I wouldn't be mad about it.
I think 10th for him is a solid pick. I feel like
I think it'd take a lot for him to get there, but I'm not going to say he can't do it.
I'm telling you right now, I think Marchbanks would be there's nothing to back it up, but he could be a 10th place guy all day.
He's a Utah guy. I'm with him.
Even better than 10th. What do you guys think?
With him.
Anyone watching? That's right.
Am I going to pick him? I don't know.
Is Marchbanks a 10th place or better rider this weekend? I don't know.
I'd have to see qualifying for him.
Okay.
See where he's at.
Florida. All right. Well, look. You ready to lock him in?
Oh, yeah.
And before we do this, remember, guys, hit that like button if you're watching this. Share it with your friends and family. Wildcard pick Wilson's got 55% of the votes. I bet that number would change a little bit if more people knew about the Brayton stats. But
the Brayton has good stats.
Anyway, shout out to, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it, and also a big shout out to our sponsors who make this possible. And we got prizes to tell you what's up for grabs this week here in just a moment. But here's my picks, Christian. I'll do them first. You ready?
Run it.
Eli Tomac, Jason Anderson, Malcolm Stewart, Cooper Webb, Justin Barcia, Dean Wilson right now is who I have in the wild card.
I don't see Barcia in your picks here, bro.
Well, I changed it. I wrote them down, but I changed it.
Okay. You submitted different ones. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a similar.
What do you got?
We got the same podium.
Okay.
The same top 4. The only difference we got is I got Musquin in 5th.
Okay.
And the same wild card, so ain't nobody going to be making up too many points this round,
we're at that part. Yeah, that's all right, though.
Well, my thing is I was getting a little off the stats, and it has not been working. So I'm going pure stats. Leave it alone. Don't touch it this week.
All right, Joey. Pending, Joey Mosley is saying lock him in isn't appropriate for us. Pending somebody crashing and qualifying.
Yeah, see, Aquatic. I'm with you now. I'm sticking to the stats.
Let me change my wild card real quick. I'm gonna go Justin Brayton.
Just change it up a little bit.
I'm going to go Braytona. There we go. Tomac, Anderson, Stewart, Webb, Barcia, Brayton. I am not touching my picks. Prouse, man behind the camera, do you have your picks submitted already for this week?
I do not, but I will be going with Anderson. Tomac for the win. I didn't bank on him last week and I paid for it. And I'll be doing Anderson and then probably Webb. Those stats on Webb are pretty
past
they stand out.
Stats.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Even like right now, dude, I'm struggling a little bit.
Here. Bryce, Tomac, Anderson, Sexton. Holy crap, I don't have Sexton in my top 5.
I don't either, but I don't feel bad about it. I picked him up there I picked him to win last round, and he got passed and crashed. I don't feel bad about not picking him this round.
Okay. You can't. Okay.
Brayton better than 10th at Daytona?
I don't know. I made my picks. I said I wouldn't change him, so I'm not going to change him.
I'm not putting him above McElrath.
They say proper prior planning prevents.
That's wild, dude. Alliteration aside.
Tomac, Mookie in second, Anderson, Webb, Marv, Brayton for the wild card. That's right, Frozen Gumball. Let's get on the Braytona train. I like it. Okay, well, look, no Mookie love. I've got him on my podium.
I got him on my podium, too.
Yeah, that's lots of love. All right, well, look, let's get into it. Let's talk about what is up for grabs for this week because, as always, we have some really good prizes. Okay, weekly prizes. Fly Racing the Formula CC helmet. Second place, Pivot Works in the game with the spending spree, Bridgestone Battlecross tires, a Cherry spending spree, Pro Taper Cell device, 2 sets of their swivel hook carabiner soft loops, 2 sets of their tie downs with the carabiners, the swivel hooks, freaking rock, by the way, probably my favorite thing. LS2 Subverter Evo helmet, Skosh Power Up portable jump starter, and their boom bottle. Mobius X8 wrist brace. I've used those before. Love it. Scott Prospect Goggle, Teros, replacement lens, and large goggle case. And 100% sunglasses of your choice. And, of course, 90 RockyMountainATVMC.com gift cards.
That's huge. I mean, big old weekly prizes. And then getting into the grand prizes. Some people got to start thinking about this. The winner
we're
for
only
the
at round
season,
9.
You
got
to start thinking about
we're
it.
At round 9.
You can't tell me Brap 1996 ain't thinking about this.
Well, he's been thinking about it since round 1.
Any of these dudes that are over 500, close to 500
Look,
points,
I'm just saying the top
about
3 right now are separated by 15 points is all.
And it's getting hot.
That's
already.
half a pick.
I mean, they're streaking. First place this season is going to get the 2022 KTM 450 SXF race prepped. Second place KTM 250 SX, bringing 2 strokes back. Then we have Dunlop tires for a year, $3,000 Rocky Mountain ATVMC spending spree, Alpine Stars casual and gear spending spree, $2,500, $2,000 Motion Pro tool package, $1,500 Fly Racing gear package. Stay 6 stability cycle and accessories, Milestone video games, Supercross the game, TV and console, and 10th place, $1,000 worth of Oakley glasses and sunglasses or goggles, whatever you need. So.
And also, I guess I've never really said this before, but one way that you guys can really help support fantasy and the show and everything that we do is there is a link on the website that you can click on to go buy stuff. Like if you want to go straight from fantasy directly to the Rocky Mountain website, you click on that link. It's cool because it kind of helps us track who's going to the fantasy website and then hopping over to the Rocky Mountain website. So if you want to, doesn't cost you a penny extra, but it just shows, what's going on and it helps support the show a lot. So if you guys,
we got to head into to Tusk Tools right now, which you can't go wrong there.
Okay.
It's starting to warm up.
So go get your tools, get ready for the riding season. Fantasy is so humbling. You're right, Taylor, but that's all right.
I like the Sexton will podium unless he crashes. Well, that's a big unless. That's why I'm not picking
That's like
him.
Sexton was supposed to win unless he crashed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, also check out this. Shout out to SoCal Rednecks. He won
Thank you, Josh.
the number plate last week on Monday.
Made a post. There he is with his 2 boys.
He's talking about fantasy, getting him and his family way more into racing. I can guarantee his wife is beating him.
Oh, yeah.
I will guarantee that.
Frozen Gumwad won't be at Michigan, but I will be at Atlanta. So if anyone's going to be at Hotlanta, come say hello to me because that would be a blast.
We'll see. How many weeks away is that?
It's like middle of April, like April 16th or something like that.
We'll see if that mask mandate gets dropped. Maybe I'll roll with you or something.
They still have one in Hotlanta?
I'm more worried about the flights.
Oh,
but we'll see what happens there.
Well, anyway, thank you everyone so much who has tuned in. We had a blast today. Again.
There he is. My wife is beating me. I can guarantee it, dude. The wives are strong in fantasy.
It's because, I don't know.
I don't know why either, but they are strong.
All right. Well, look, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in live with us today. We've had an absolute blast. Joseph Allen, if he's still watching the show or if he's hearing us, thank you for calling in. Link to the Discord is in the description of this video. Remember, submit those memes. There's been a couple really good new ones that have been added.
Oh, the memes are always good.
Oh, my
Some of them are too good to show.
Go check out the memes in the Discord. Also, Dr. JB, shout out to the man who is always giving us stats, helping us out with the charts. He puts all that stuff in the meme, in the Discord. So if you want to see all those, go give it a look on the Discord. Christian and I are on there chatting and bench racing with you guys on Saturday. So it's a blast. So make sure you go and check it out.
There you go. Ryan's saying no mask mandatory. We'll see what we can do.
That's at the stadium. Can't help you with the flights.
We'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll break my sober streak and have a drink on the plane to handle that crap.
Where's Ross is crazy.
The tinfoil hat. I love it. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love you guys, and we will see you on Monday. And guess who's calling in Monday? Dean Wilson.
That's going to be huge. I'm excited for that
Dean
one.
Wilson's calling in. So we'll see you guys then, and good luck on your picks.